Yes.
And then his cat rolling or some weird child who broke into his room. I never.
The cat that understands how to type out rolling equations.
Kiri?
Here.
Sobek?
Yeah.
Red Fox?
Here.
Here. Okay, I guess we're good. Neotag?
Yeah, I'm here.
Flux? Oh, we can't start yet. Flux. We ready?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So, last time you had come down to this dwarven city to find out where all your dwarven friends had gone. Turns out one of your past compatriots, Ardrin, had maybe gone a bit crazy, loopy. You're still not fully sure what happened, I don't think. But you solved that problem, and now you're kind of dealing with the come down of a horrible dictatorial dwarf city that's now had their figurehead killed. And you guys had just laid down for the night to go to sleep.
Yep.
And Rhogar dreams of finding that old blind gnome and beating him up to get his pony keg back.
Hey, I gave you 10 platinum to replace it.
Hey, he's dreaming. You don't know what he's dreaming. You can't see his dreams.
Parn went to sleep with one question in his head. One statement in his head. We need to talk, and he kind of hoped something happened.
What was the statement?
We need to talk.
Okay. Anyone else do anything through the night? Are we keeping watch? What's going on?
I usually figured it would have been Parn doing the watching.
I mean, can Parn still trance?
Yes.
Okay, then someone takes 4 hours, and then Parn will go to his trance for those 4 hours, and then after that, Parn will take over watch. Then that's what we want to do. Y'all decide who watches when Parn's whatever.
Alright, I'll take the first 4-hour watch.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. And then just Parn doing the rest?
As normal, yeah.
Okay. So you guys get a nice rest. You wake up. There's no sun to wake you up, but your inner clocks are all kind of fucked for this journey.
Yeah, I think we're probably operating at like a 26-hour time clock now.
Yeah. Well, that was disappointing. Parn's gonna kind of wake everybody else up, make sure they're awake.
I'm up.
Oh, good. Well, hey, Sarah, get up. Is Savvaldi still out of the box?
Yep.
Savvaldi, get up. Come on. Time to
Oh,
wake up.
yeah. Okay, he's up.
All right. Zahn?
Hello?
Oh. Hello.
Is this better?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what do you guys plan to do? Because, I've got to go exploring and doing a bunch of other shit today.
Parn.
Well, do you think we want to go search for Ian's body? Because I'm assuming he was dragged out when I last saw that corpse.
We could try, though I have a suspicion he was probably in one of those mage golem things.
True. And then do we know when how we're gonna get this? You're gonna drive this thing all the way back?
I mean, that's the goal. I don't know if I could do it right now. I think first we need to check on the Drow that were in the city. I don't trust them. They kind of took off before everything came to a head.
So did so did most of the deep gnomes as well, I believe.
No, they were just hanging out on by themselves.
All right.
We need to make sure that all the deep gnomes get off of here. The dwarves were building a way to do that. We need to check on that. We need to check on the dwarves. And then I think we need to search this entire place and make sure we got all the golems taken care of. We got quite a lot of things to do today.
You mentioned that they were working on a way to get us down. Do you think it'd be possible?
Get the gnomes down.
The dwarves are.
Yeah. We are going to hopefully ride this city back to where it was.
I mean, if that's not possible, obviously there needs to be a plan in place for it to do if that's not going to happen.
Yeah, fair enough.
I suppose Plan B is...
For nothing, I'm not even sure driving this thing is a smart idea.
I mean, Plan B could be is figure out how to turn the dragon on and fly out and make our new way out.
Or we don't mess with the horribly evil giant constructs.
Well, they're not... I can't say that. I don't fully understand them yet. Parn pulls out some paperwork and starts going.
I'm pretty sure the thing inside you made it pretty clear that he wants the things that help make it go broken.
Yeah, I was...
So I mean that seems like a good indication that these things are probably not something that should be allowed to go.
At the same time, we got a dragon to fight, and I'm kind of hoping we can use the brass dragon. Kind of wanted to get in contact with what's inside me.
Or we can rely on the strength of our steel and our convictions.
Yeah. Let's do both, if we can.
Yes, we can rely on the steel and our conviction while inside the bronze dragon.
But with that in mind, I need to go find Albrick and find out what's going on in the city. What do you guys want to do?
I haven't had one since the entire time we were down here.
You haven't what?
Need a bath. Armor's clean and sweaty, enough to fill a flagon. I need to get water and get warm.
I hate to break it to you, but you probably have one of the few water sources available right now in that flask of yours.
Hey, what do you want me to...
I gotta find a tub or a barrel and a fire.
And I can make fire. You got water.
All dwarves around us, plenty of fire.
Yeah. At least you have a goal. Well,
out of curiosity, pardon?
Yeah.
Last night when you were working with Albrick, was there anything you found, in addition to those magic items you found, that may have explained something about this city or the dragon or something?
Cuckoo. Yes. But I'm going to be taking them back to the workshop before I want to see if anybody else can make sense of it. I kind of want to do that. If you want to join me, you're welcome to.
Sure, I'll join you.
Okay. Well, if that's all there is, then I am pretty sure I need to get started on the laundry list of things I need to do. And Parn taking everyone's silence, he takes off.
Sorry, I had to turn my computer around.
Okay.
Wait, why did you need to turn your computer on? Have you been playing backwards this whole time? Yes, I just realized I couldn't see my screen. I want to believe you're kidding, but your track record makes me cautious.
Okay.
And that's how it's going to stay.
Okay. Parn goes and tries to find Arbrick.
I'm gonna try to find a metal basin that I can fit in.
Okay, we'll start with Parn. How are you going to find Albrecht?
Well, where did I last see him? Before I took a nap.
You last saw him in the workshop. We just kind of
Right.
got disgruntled and left.
Well, first I'm going to go to the smith, the forges, and ask around. That seems like the best plan.
I'll follow because I can't speak Dwarven.
Okay. What are you doing, Sigvaldi?
I will go hang out with the people who have been freed from the prisons and make sure that they're all being taken care of and everything they need.
And apparently crash cars in the background.
Okay, well,
It wasn't a car. It was a magical orb.
okay, well, from what you know of, they've pretty much split up into two groups. There's the dwarves working at the forge, and the deep gnomes who've kind of huddled over here and are just trying to get a way down. They can take their bodies and everything.
I'll go give the deep gnomes a hand.
Okay, so Parn and Rhogar head over to the forge. The forge is busy. Seems like everything's just started up for the morning. Everybody's starting to get their tools ready. Everything's starting. The bell's starting to be pumped. Air's starting to flow. Smoke's starting to come out.
Does it look like there's a dwarf directing everybody, or is everybody just working together?
There seems to be a few dwarves that are kind of running around telling people what's needed to be built.
All right, I'm gonna go up to one of those.
What can I do for you?
Yeah, I'm looking for Albrecht. Need to ask him a few questions, get a feel for how things are going. We just woke up. It's been a couple of weeks, as you have experienced yourself.
Albrecht's up there. He points over up deeper into the forge, kind of on like a little assembly platform where you actually see Albrecht looking over a table.
All right. How many more days, or how much longer do you think it's going to take to get the deep gnomes down?
I don't know. I just follow the orders and relay them.
Fair enough.
I think we're almost done though. I don't know.
Fair enough. Thanks for your time. And I go up to Albrecht.
I follow.
Parn. Rhogar, what can I do for you?
Couple things. One, I haven't had any more communication, with the thing.
That's kind of good, I guess.
Yeah, well, it's actually kind of a problem because it told me not right now when I tried to move the city. It said it needed rest. I don't know how long. I'm coming to you because it seems like you're the de facto leader around here, which looks good on you, by the way.
Albrecht greeted Parn in Dwarven, but once he noticed you, Rhogar is now speaking in common.
Okay.
Can I make a perception check to see if I can notice Rhogar was confused at all? Did I notice it? Because I have to imagine it. I have to imagine at this this time, Parn doesn't realize when he's speaking Dwarven.
Okay,
so
well,
I won't.
you weren't speaking Dwarven.
Oh, okay.
The first two words of the conversation were Parn, Rhogar. How are you guys doing?
No, I mean the whole conversation with the other dwarf.
Oh, the other dwarf was speaking common.
Oh, okay. So here's the thing. I want to head back down to that workshop. I'm going to take a good look around, see if I can get any feelings, I guess, for any of the equipment down there. But on top of that, how are supplies? I'm worried about that.
Oh, we're good on supplies. We came down here expecting a long trip and a long journey and a long stay down here. So we've got stuff, and for everything else he did, Ardrin kept supplies up while he was in control.
Okay, that's good to know. God, well, one second. Let me look at my actual list. What else did I need to ask him? Okay. I'm worried about the Drow. Do we have any idea where they are?
I haven't kept track of him.
It's not. I couldn't help but notice that you had a group you sent to scout. Any chance you can get word to them that I would like to go? Maybe not Drow hunting, but Drow finding in a few hours. I don't look. I know I don't know a lot about my Elvish history, but I know Drow typically are bad news. And I don't trust them staying in the city.
I mean, would you trust them outside the city?
Not fully, but they seem to take off as soon as the prison was broken. And has anyone seen them since?
Not since not since when Argent fell. All the kerfuffle with the bodies and the forge starting and the gnomes getting their dead, we lost track of them.
Yeah, I kind of want to get an eye out for where they might be. Besides that, what do we want to do about the pool?
I mean, from a purely academic and religious standpoint, I'd like to study the pool.
Fair enough. I just wanted to know if we wanted to keep it intact, or was it too dangerous, or what?
I mean, like I said when I told you about the pool, without the golems, the thing, you die within like a few hours of using it.
Speaking
Like
of the
I spoke
golems,
for that.
we spent not all day, but we spent a long time. How are there very many left?
I think they're mostly all cleared out. After you guys went to sleep, I ordered the rest of the dwarven guards to kind of go out and make sure any others they find get dismantled.
And another thing, I know we're just going straight through the list, but it's gonna be a busy day, and I'm sure you also just want to get through it and then get back to work. We made a deal with the Mycadins. Um, they're not gonna attack the crystals. They're gonna give us a chance to get the city back to where it was, and then we have to swear to break the crystals, which I've already made the agreement that we would do that and free their, I say this quieter, the souls of them. Is I still don't know. Parn says out loud, but he kind of looks away. I still don't know if I can fucking drive this thing or whatever. Oh, you wouldn't happen to have any information on that besides what we found?
I wasn't in Arjun's best graces once the spider started moving.
Okay.
But I would advise before we leave, you guys with the notebook at least take a chance to look at that dragon he was trying to uncover.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Speaking of that, we have an orb, and I pull out the orb. This will teleport up to 10 of us back to Highmore. Just poof, we're there. It only can be used once, but if I can get the dragon up and running, I want to take it to Highmore. But that'll leave let's see, Sigvaldi. Arm
Okay.
pulls out his
Okay,
fingers.
no. I'm gonna stop you there, and you know that orb will not work on the dragon.
No, not the dragon. Let me finish. That'll leave. I won't be able to use the orb. I will have to give it to Rhogar, and him, Sigvaldi, Sarah will go. But that'll leave 7 slots for any dwarves that need to get back to Highmore.
6 slots.
6?
I mean, that logic assumes also that we can't
Yeah,
all
seven.
fit on the dragon.
I mean, that yeah, you're right. Sorry, Sigvaldi's not there. I mean, this of course assumes that the rest of the group doesn't want to ride on the dragon if we can get it up and running. But it's a way to get at least a small group back to Highmore fast. If while you're working, if you could figure out who would want to take, assume 5 slots right now. Maybe we can have more later. But if you could figure out who would want to go with that.
I need all hands here right now.
I know. No. I mean, after everything's settled. We're not going. We're not leaving until we figure out how to get this back.
I don't think everything's gonna be settled for a while.
Okay. Well, look.
We still have a job here with the expedition.
Yeah, I know. I'm talking about the other dwarves, the ones that were called here. Originally, we came down here because the guild called in a favor, and they needed us to find where all the dwarves went. So I understand the position, but we need to take at least a handful of dwarves back that can explain what's going on. But I also wanted to take anyone back that we could that wanted to go back. Am I misunderstanding? Do all the dwarves want to stay now?
No, I assume some of them don't want to go home, but I mean, the same way a general doesn't walk right past his hometown on the way to war, I don't want to let people know that there's an easy way to go home. They'll start fighting over it, and they'll lose morale and fixing things here real quick.
Yeah.
Fair enough. All right, then let's table that for now. Can you keep in mind a couple of people of your people? God, are they my people now? Oh, this is so confusing. God damn those. And we need to take back a couple that are fully briefed on what's going on and can explain it to the authorities in Highmore. That's all I ask. And I don't know how much you've heard of that because the damn phone was ringing.
Well, I'll keep it in mind.
All right.
So sorry.
Where's the fucking volume thing on this goddamn phone? You're pissing me off. I can't even fucking do it. I'm pulling the fucking battery.
Well, that's one way to deactivate it.
Well, besides that, is there anything else you need us to do? I have a laundry list, but talking to you was my first step.
No, I think we've got things handled down here.
All right. You know what? We could table finding the Drow for now. I need to get down into the workshop. I need to do some other things.
I mean, I'll put word out that we're looking for them. If they want to show up, in a good sign of faith, then they can show up. If not, my explorers and people who are combing the city will find where they are. Hopefully.
All right. While we were sleeping, did your scouts find anything else in the city that interesting? I don't know about. I could have sworn there were other temples. Have those been explored at all?
Other temples?
2 and 5. I'm speaking of.
2 and 5? Okay, no. No. Oh, the large buildings that there. No, those weren't temples. From what we can piece together, they were large dwarf houses, probably progenitors of clans.
Okay. I don't know how much of your expedition has gone over this place. I dare not step on your toes, but at the same time, if you don't mind, I think our group would like to, since we're going to be spending some time here, scout where we can. Is there some place you wouldn't want us going at all?
I mean, to be honest, I'd say stay away from the main temple, just because we don't have a great track record of people going in there.
Yeah.
See,
That's
here's the thing. I may have to go in there. I gotta find out if the portal's still open.
Do you want us to tie a rope around you?
You know, we can do that later for now. I understand I am on thin ice with not only you, Albrecht, and the dwarven people and my group, but at the same time, I'm doing my best. I don't fully comprehend what is inside me. And what's worse is because of the experience I have, I'm probably the only one around here that has any idea. And that scares me. I'm not going to lie to you, Albrecht. I really am not. But I. What about where Ardrin was? Has that temple been gone through fully? Or
Oh
house?
yeah, no, we've checked that out. That seemed to be, I don't know, like a city hall or something. There seems to be council rooms or large rooms in large forum areas. But no, yeah, we've scouted that place intensely. We
Alright.
see nothing. We see no way of how he was controlling the spider.
Okay. Well, I Parn pulls it out of my bag. You said you wanted to go over these papers last time we talked? You seemed pretty fed up with the whole thing, but you still seem to want to. I can leave them with you for now, but I want to be very careful with this.
Look, okay. I appreciate the papers. I appreciate all you're doing. I kind of just want to get the new ones down, help them out. We kind of messed up with them, and then either find a way to get the city moving and put everything back, or get my people out of here. Because I don't have time to focus on religious quandaries right now.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
And Parn puts the papers back in his bag. All right. Well, I'm gonna go head down to the workshop. Thank you for your time. We'll come back if we need anything.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks,
Okay.
Albrecht. And I leave.
You guys head out of the workshop, or head out of the forge and start heading to the workshop. And we cut back to Sarah. What are you doing, Sarah? Sarah?
Come on. Don't have your internet be dumb now.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
We heard you. You didn't need to leave. What you doing, Zon?
My character feels grungy and dirty, is hoping to find a metal basin that she'd be able to sit in, or at least find somewhere where she can have a bath or a shower.
Okay. How do you want to do that? You're currently in the middle of one of the abandoned quarters of the neighborhoods.
I know, so if I can find a metal basin, then I'll try to start a fire to heat up some water.
Okay. How do you want to find the metal basin, Saw?
I guess just with a search.
Okay, just roll a search check.
I think he means investigation.
Do you want to investigate to find a metal basin? You found a metal basin. Now what are we doing?
Just speak, Zon.
Hello? Can you not hear me?
Hear you now.
Yes, we hear you now.
Okay, something's going on with Discord. I need to have it in. View for some reason. All right. Are there any wooden barrels? Anything I can break down? Anything that's not filled?
Not inside the building you're in right now.
Okay. How big is this? I guess I just have to leave the basin here behind. Sarah is now frustrated. She just throws her hands up in the air. She just turns the decanter over her, and she just says, whatever. Let me read what it says.
Zon, are you using the web page and not the app?
Oh, I'm using the app.
Oh, okay.
Try opening it up in administrative mode. Maybe that'll work.
Okay, give me a second.
You were saying something about being frustrated and doing something, Zon?
Sarah just decides to screw the hot part and just uses the decanter on herself and just to get herself clean. After that, she's gonna.
Okay.
She really has nothing to do in the city. She doesn't have a goal in mind. She's kind of lost. She has nothing to do.
So you don't have any soap or anything. How are you just rinsing yourself down?
Yeah, just rinsing myself down.
Okay, are we getting rid of the armor first, or are you just turning the decanter upside down above your head? Like you stepped into a waterfall.
Yeah. I'm gonna strip myself of my armor and stuff, and then with the command word. I can't. Just whatever.
Fountain.
What is it? Fountain? Is that what I'm looking for? Fountain. Just use fountain to drown, to rinse myself with water.
Okay, you rinse off.
Turn myself off and reapplying my armor and stuff. I guess I just go explore the city. She doesn't really have a goal at this point.
Okay.
Kind of lost.
So Sarah's wandering around. Sigvaldi, what are you doing? You headed over to see what the deep gnomes were doing.
That's right. I went to see what the deep gnomes are doing.
You have found them. They've kind of made a little makeshift shanty town over in the area where you guys actually first came up. They're just kind of waiting, trying to figure out ways to get down. See a bunch of little schematics for things.
I will offer my services with any sort of heavy lifting they might need.
And by heavy lifting, he means lifting them up and throwing them like a football.
Not explicitly, but if it does come up, Sigvaldi could probably do that.
You see one of them, a older deep gnome with kind of a large beard and mustache that kind of turns into curls around the end, comes up to you. You came in with the adventuring group, right? You're the ones that helped us.
That is correct.
How did you get up here?
Kind of the hard way. We climbed. One of our companions has the ability to shadow walk, and he took a rope with him up through the shadows and the legs, and then dropped the rope down.
Can't do that. How much rope did you bring?
You know, I actually don't know the answer to that. How much rope did we bring?
It ended up being 300 to 400 feet long. I mean, it's hanging right next to where you are.
About 400 feet.
Is that enough to reach the bottom? Doesn't look like it would be.
Do we have to climb part with the leg first, or I forget now?
Parn, from what you know, he said he's going up the legs, and then he was gone for like 5-10 minutes. Then a rope dropped, and you only noticed it after he shined a light down. And then we climbed up to the cave, almost died in the cave. Then Sarah flew the rope up to the top, and we up to the city, and then we climbed up the rope to the city.
Alright, okay. I can't remember the exact logistics of how exactly we get up here. It's been a while. I'll convey to the realm how we kind of came up in 2 stages. That the rope does lead down to that first stopping point we had, and then from there is another rope going down to the ground.
No, it's the same rope.
Oh, it's the same rope? Fuck.
Yeah, we didn't have 600 feet of rope, or however many feet. We only had
Well,
one.
we got enough rope to get about halfway. Just call it that for ballparking. I was like, the fuck's a ballpark?
You see the gears in his little new mind tinkering. Okay. We got a plan. We're gonna break the crystals in the legs. We do them at the same time. That's what the Myconers were trying to do. We do it at the same time. The legs will break down. It'll bring the city crashing to the ground. And then we can use the rope to get down to the bottom.
Okay, I have a couple of comments on this plan. First, one of our companions who has since, I guess, absorbed whatever was in the one who ran this place, and I guess he cleansed it, or at least pacified it, thinks he could take control of it at some point, potentially, which I don't know is a good idea, but he thinks he can at least drive it back to where it once rested, after dropping off those who wish to get off on the way at their former homes. Barring that, if we do have to break it, we probably should warn everybody first that this thing's going to come crashing down hard to the ground. I don't imagine it's going to be a gentle fall.
We'll hold off on that plan then. But if what you said is true, then what are you doing here? You need to go get him to start moving this back.
Apparently I'm just going to call it the presence, because I don't know what it is. Strange dwarf magics are beyond me. The presence apparently needs to rest first, and he is attempting to find out what kind of time frame that actually is. They're not exactly on easy speaking terms yet. Also, I think Sigbaldi knows about the gondola. Is that the dwarves were the ones building the gondola, right?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, Sigbaldi was definitely. I'll also point out to them the dwarves are building a gondola.
Oh, that could take forever. Okay.
So I suppose those are the 3 options. See how long it takes for my companion to muster this thing's strength to move this contraption. Wait for the dwarves, or warn everyone to hang on and simply crash down.
Okay, we'll hold off for like a few more days. If we don't see anyone else.
Sigbaldi's actually got to stroke his chin for a moment and say, would a simple pulley work?
I mean, we don't have enough rope to get to the bottom.
What if we found more rope? I could climb down and attach it to the end that's already dangling.
That'd work. It'd be a long trip down.
I made the trek up once, I'm sure I can make the trek down.
Yes, but you're not the same person as the little kids. Or the old.
That's why I suggest a pulley. I could stand up here with whoever is around who is strong and able to hold their ground against the weight, and we could simply lower people down one by one on some sort of gangplank.
Will you find rope and report back to us?
Sigbaldi will go and try and find rope.
we're gonna cut back to Parn and Rhogar. You guys,
Incidentally, as far as I know, Sigvaldi still has 50 feet that was not used in that particular rope.
All of Parn's rope is currently hanging off the side. That's all I know.
Yeah, so Sigvaldi has 50 feet of rope at least. So, hey, that's a fraction of the way there.
so Parn and Rhogar, you guys have worked your way through the underground mushy tunnels and found your way back to the workshop.
I'm gonna greet the guards, the two dwarven guards that were placed there. I remember them being placed there. I don't know if they still are or not.
There's one guard there.
Right. I'm gonna walk up to him and consciously try to speak dwarven. I'm going in to inspect some things. Any signs of anything happening?
Not really.
No.
Just a empty hallway. For hours now. While everyone else gets to work at the forge. Just an empty hallway.
You know, I have.
Doesn't even give me things to mess with.
I'm gonna
An empty
open up.
hallway.
I'm gonna open up the book. I'm gonna flip through the pages. On one page it should still say 1 bottle of elven wine. Does it?
No.
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 Damn those. God damn. All right. Want to help me in here? I'm gonna.
The book doesn't have a table of contents, dude.
Actually, it does.
It casts identify.
No,
and then
the way the book is, everything you place in the book, a blank page is created showing that item is in the book. That's why I made the joke that my list became a picture book. At least that's how it seemed when I read it. Let me look real quick. It's not that long ago.
Okay, yeah, no, sorry. Yeah, you see something that says elven wine.
Right. Well, you know what? I thank you for your hard work, and I go back to the center of the book and I put my hand over elven wine. Pull it out and said, "Would you like some wine?"
Okay. Okay. Sure. It's not frilly stuff, is it?
Don't know. I haven't actually drank any of it. I bought it in Highmore, and then I've just been giving it out to others. It's weird. But I mean, honestly,
Okay.
I thank you for doing this job. I know it's a shitty one, so I thought I'd, give you something for it.
Oh, okay. Thank you. He takes the wine from you, uncorks it, and starts sipping it.
How is it? I'm curious.
It's a bit sweet.
Well, I'm sorry about that.
Pretty taste to it.
Rhogar, you wouldn't happen to have anything besides that pony keg that you still had?
The pony keg that your master took?
Yeah, that one. Did you have anything else that was ale?
No, that was the ale I had.
Wonder you're so mad about it. Well, thank you, and we're gonna go in. We'll be in here for a little while. I'm just gonna go around and give it another once over. And with that, I walk in.
Okay, you walk into the dusty workshop.
Right. Parn's gonna start picking up tools. He's going to start trying to make something. He's trying to see if anything clicks with him, if he feels like he understands this more. He's staying away from carpenter's tools, anything like that. He's going for stuff that normally like smithing tools, tinkerer's tools, anything that he knows he shouldn't be able to figure out. He's trying to see if anything besides the dwarven language was gained through this exchange. He's also trying to methodically look over the place and see if anything's amiss.
Okay, give me an intelligence check.
Okay. Roll 21 and 18.
I mean, you know how these tools work, but not any more than you used to.
Well, I guess I saw he was a master of this stuff, so I guess none of that got transferred over. That's good, I guess. Make things even more confusing. He's gonna give the workshop a once over to make sure he didn't leave anything behind, miss anything. Make sure he got all the paperwork. Look under tables, look behind any like tool racks, anything like that. Just he's taking his time.
Okay, give me a search check.
Keep using these 3.5 words. Oh, nope. That's a 0.
You didn't find anything new.
And when you say search, do you mean perception or did you mean investigation?
I meant investigation. Sorry.
Because there's a huge difference between the two.
Did you roll investigation?
Yeah, I rolled investigation.
Okay, and then you got, and what you got was a.
No, 1 minus 1.
So, I was about to say, I don't know what he got, but either way, it's a natural 1.
Well, okay, I think you've made it big enough. The giant
Not
one.
big enough.
Can you make it bigger?
Okay.
Can he make it bigger? That's a silly question.
Well, how much time has
We
gone
don't
by?
know. He didn't disappear. We're just among the white marks now.
How long has how long have I been searching?
It took maybe like 10 minutes. To search everyone.
Does it look like there's any storage in here? Does it look like there's any doors? Oh.
I mean, there's some cabinets and stuff, but you rummage through that.
Yeah.
There's a small little offside forge, but again, you've been rummaging through the whole.
Yeah, I tried to see if I could forge something already, and that was a flat no. Playing around with the tools. I'd like to do a perception check to see for any sort of anything that looks like a hidden door or hidden latch or anything like that.
That'd be an investigation check.
Oh, God, it is. God damn it. 3.
I guess what do you have with an eye see? Can't see jack shit up close.
Apparently.
Yeah, I think your character needs glasses.
Can't really find anything.
Okay. You are having fun every time I roll investigation. Let's see. I'm thinking, well, about it. Then I was planning on spending more time in here, but it doesn't look like anything came to fruition. Well, well, Rhogar, I'm not picking up any vibes or finding anything else. That's all I really needed to do down here.
All right.
Should we go try to find the others for now?
May as well.
I mean, to be honest, the only other thing I really needed to do depends on being able to communicate with whatever's inside me.
So that's a crapshoot in the making.
Yeah, right now that may not be something I could do. So, I mean, we got to figure it out. So, yeah, let's go find. Sarah said she was gonna take a bath and relax. I think we should go find Sigvaldi. Let's give Sarah some time.
All right.
We go off to try and find Sigvaldi.
Odds are he probably went to the Deep Gnome, so just find out where they are.
That. So, I mean, you can head that way. I don't wanna go into that temple, Rhogar, until we're all together again.
Sigvaldi, give me a 1d4. Parn, give me a 1d4.
Okay.
Both Sovek and Neo, or just Neo?
Both Sovek and Neo.
Okay.
You randomly bump into each other on the street.
Two. What'd you get?
Okay, yeah, you do.
Sigvaldi, hey, we were looking for you. What's going on?
I need some fucking rope.
God damn it. Parn pulls out the book and he looks for any page that has rope and comes up empty. Damn it.
I give him the last 50 foot of rope I have.
That's 100.
All my rope is still on the side of the goddamn cliff.
I know, that's why I need more.
Let me guess. They want to grapple.
We're going to make a pulley, and I'm going to lower them down one by one on a plank.
Okay.
All right. It's not said I can't do this, so I need to ask you, Flux. Can I take somebody with me so long as it doesn't?
Nope.
Doesn't go over my limit?
Nope.
Okay.
That's some ninja shit. If it was anything else, I'd say maybe yeah. Ninja shit ain't for carrying people.
Okay.
Yeah, you do your ninja flash step thing, and I just fall straight to the ground.
Show up behind somebody, say bueno, and disappear with them.
No, I was thinking I could, flash step or whatever my way down a couple of gnomes since they wouldn't weigh and wouldn't go over my carrying capacity.
Yeah, no, this isn't Bleach.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you did tell them that we were, they were making a gondola, right?
That takes too long.
Can Nightcrawler carry somebody?
Yes.
Well, he's not a ninja, so therefore it's invalid.
In fact, Nightcrawler enjoys when he needs to do something nasty, taking someone and then cutting them in half by leaving half of them there.
Well, you're not Nightcrawler, and that seems really weird. Frankly, that doesn't seem like a thing he should be able to control. But okay, we'll have discussions about that later on.
There's a lot of things about Nightcrawler that shouldn't be, but
well, we just got no, it was about an hour or so ago. We talked with Albrecht. The dwarves seem to think they're getting close to being done.
Well, I'll see how long that is, and then I'll touch base with the gnomes. Until then, I'm gonna go find some more rope.
All right.
Sarah, roll a 1d100.
The odds get exponentially bigger.
No,
I
Sarah,
swear to
Sarah, you guys were going to the same area on the same routes. Sarah's just fucking wandering around. She rolls a 2 though. Okay. Sarah's somehow back in Highmore already.
How did I get there?
Sarah's just in the middle of the Empire. How did I get home?
Oh God, I'm home.
Sarah's back at the fucking Lich Town. Oh, hi guys.
How's it going?
Not even that. She just notices where she is, and she's in the fucking basement. Main's like, wait, how did I get all the way down here?
Wait, hold on. This is the haunted house. How the hell?
We shouldn't even be able to get
I'm on
back
that floating mage island. We were only here for like 2 seconds. How did I get up here?
Frankly, you guys actually never went out of the Mage Island. You never actually got to see the Flying City.
Yeah, we just kind of showed up in that one room and was like, hi, we're here. Okay, cool, goodbye.
She's 5 years in the past in another character's body defending the fucking fort. That's where she is right now.
I just want to imagine that she's like Desmond the Moon Bear. She just appears in random places, just like, how did I get?
Sarah, you find yourself at some kind of port town. You see a tall half raptor man a lanky mage, some man dressed in full armor.
An enormous fox.
Yeah, fucking sassy fox, and he needed to shut the fuck up.
I make my way to the ship.
Going back to the old world. Bye.
Somehow this world makes more sense.
Sigvaldi.
Dark 11th hour twist. This is the missing third continent.
Sigvaldi, should maybe I talk to the gnomes? I mean,
No, I got this.
yeah, I want to join you.
Oh, also they're gonna break the legs. Just
No.
an FYI. Bye.
No.
Sigvaldi, that just kind of jogs off.
Parn, Rhogar, no, Rhogar, we're going with him now. Where are the
I'm not
gnomes?
heading toward the gnomes though. I'm still looking for rope.
So where exactly are we right now?
Let's put you right there.
Sigvaldi, please don't make me go find the gnomes. Where are they?
No, Sigvaldi's already like halfway down the block, just calls over his shoulder. By the way, I also told them that thing's inside you now.
I say back. Everybody knows that. I kind of said it in public.
It's still news to them.
That's weird.
Also, they really want you to steer this thing like right now, but I told them you have to wait. Sorry, I'm going to tunnel. You're breaking up.
Can I do a perception check? I think that replaces survival, right? No, we have actual survival. Can I do a survival check to try and trace Sigvaldi's footsteps from where he came so I can go find the fucking gnomes?
Sure. Do a survival check.
Flux, why is there two of me on the map?
Where's the other you?
They're both up here. Two.
Roll 1d20. 24.
Yeah.
Little did we know she's actually a giant in disguise that when she lost that half of her soul, it really fucked her up.
Hold on. Okay. For ease of use. You rolled 24?
Yes.
That can't be. You roll like ones. You cheated somehow. Roll again.
I rolled a 24. I rolled a d20
Sigvaldi,
plus
give me a
6.
stealth check.
How can he stealth? You are after stealth.
No, Sigvaldi ain't that great at covering his tracks.
He was kind of just frankly talking about like rope, where's the rope?
Rope! I need the rope!
Bring out your rope, dong.
So you find yourself.
James Brosnan always has a rope.
Find your area over at the gnomes. Rhogar, what are you doing? Your two compatriots have gone off in different directions.
I'm going to just try and wander around, see if I can find a place to at least get some alcohol.
Cool, give me a 1d100. You're over here.
All right.
You'll find the alcohol.
Damn it!
So we'll go with Sigvaldi. You're going just wandering around trying to find rope. How do you want to do that? Just running around shouting rope at the top of your lungs?
Just asking people for rope, poking my head into like derelict buildings, seeing if there's any like rope lying around in any of the old buildings.
Give me a 1d1000. I know that's too much. Give me a 1d20. You have found nothing so far. Sarah, give me a 1d10. Rhogar, give me a 1d15. Just throw a random die up there. That'd be a shitty
Who's
deal
only
if this was
1d15?
That'd be a shitty deal if this was physical. Oh, hey Sarah.
Sarah, you somehow drown in air.
You
You're just T-posing in midair like 5 feet off the ground,
you seem
sliding
to
about.
come to a bit darker of an alleyway than you encountered before in this place. And doesn't seem welcome here. You can kind of make out some tall, lanky shadows.
Hello. Do they respond?
When is the city lowering?
As soon as the power that can power the city is fully charged, it will be moving shortly.
Why isn't it fully charged?
I was told that it needed rest. You could always just hop down. There's probably some rope you could find lying around and climb down the city.
The Drow move away.
Yep. Bye. Have a nice day. And then I just go off.
Meanwhile, they find and take all the rope.
Does Rhogar find with his D15?
He finds some cheese, some very old cheese.
Like rock hard, moldy.
You try squeezing it, and a green type of, more of a consistency of pus liquid comes out of it.
I'm going to drop that. And walk away pretending I never saw that.
Okay, and we jump back to Parn.
I'm gonna walk in, not trying to hide myself. See what I can see.
Well, the gnomes are kind of parting way and staring at you in their little gnome shantytown, considering you're half their size. You're twice their size.
Hello. I was just talking to my friend Sigvaldi. You guys have a plan? Can I talk to somebody about maybe talking to you about that?
It's kind of hushed mutterings, and people are kind of ignoring you.
Is there anybody in charge?
You see a deep gnome come out, long beard and curly mustache that goes into a little wheel at the end. I'm in charge.
Hi. I was told by my friend Sigvaldi that you were making plans.
Yes.
Can I?
City doesn't seem to be moving, so we have to find a way to get off.
All right. Three things. One, he mentioned you wanted to break the crystals. Please don't do that. Can't. Can we go inside?
Sure.
He
Kind of directs you inside.
All right. All right. One, I can't move the legs without the crystals. I already had to make one promise with the Mycadins that I'd break them as soon as I was done. Can I get you to please promise not to do that?
We'll hold off for a while.
Two, I just got done talking to the dwarves. Well, not just got done. It was a couple hours ago. And they seem to be under the impression that they're almost done with the gondola. Think if you sent some people to help with, I apologize if I am being speciesist or whatever, but my understanding, gnomes seem to be expert tinkerers. You seem to have a very good engineering mindset. I'm sure if you could help them out, it could be sped up. Parn looks at his face, hoping he didn't offend.
Okay. We'll send some more people, see what we can do.
Yeah, they seem to be, at least the foreman I talked to seemed to be under the impression that they were almost done. So, on top of that, I asked that you not go into that temple, and I point at 4. There's some bad stuff in there. Me and my companions are gonna go in there, and we're gonna see what's going on. It's to make sure everything's still good inside. You wouldn't happen to have seen my master, would you? The the old monk.
No,
You haven't seen him. He's not around here.
no, we haven't seen any monks like that.
I give a description of him.
Oh, the old one, the ancient. No, we haven't seen him. He just kind of seemed to wander around.
You referred to him have the ancient. I'm interested. All I know is that he taught me some abilities, and I've barely got to speak to him since this happened, and I would love to catch up. But I also would like to know about his history. Why do you call him the Ancient One?
I mean, he's old. He's ancient. Look at the guy. I'm getting up old in my years, but I'm not that old. He's reached the time where he would have been like a storyteller or a clan historian.
Uh,
The fact that he's not here with anybody means something must have happened.
Pardon me if I'm being too forward, but how old are you, sir?
Hold on. Hold on. How do you establish? They don't get seasons down here, would they? They don't. Oh fuck! What? Well, fucking
Nope.
Tolkien put February in his goddamn world. I'm 20. I'm 39.
That is impressive. Pardon mumbles, I'm 201 myself, but that is very impressive.
But only by the underground calendar.
As you
Well,
guys are talking, there seems to be a rumble, and you actually hear kind of a scuffle, and you hear the sound of gnomes being pushed to the ground. As by you, you actually see 5 drow rushing towards the edge.
I'm gonna run out there. Hey, what's up? We got a gondola being built. No need to rush.
One of them drops a weapon on you as you step into his path. Move!
Okay. 3 things. 1, my friends.
Move! I've already been taken in the city by captive. Move!
I freed you. Okay, look. I know we don't. I know our peoples don't get along.
Sigvaldi did the freeing, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. We don't get along. I get it. I don't know my people. I don't care. I will help you get down. I will help you get down right now if you'll let me.
Help by moving.
Parn's just gonna port over to the rope where he knows he left it.
Okay. The 5 elves leap off the edge.
Okay.
I'm gonna try and watch.
As
What?
you watch them leap, one of them touches the others, and they take flight.
That is impressive. I'm gonna yell out, "That's impressive!"
As you yell that out, you see the other one. You see the one that touched him spin around as he's flying backwards. He does a few motions with his hand, puts his hand up to his mouth, makes an O over his lips, and blows. And you see a yellow-green fog start to shoot out from his mouth.
Can I try to duck out of the way?
You can. Parn, I'd like you to do an Arcana check.
Okay.
See if maybe you know what that spell is.
Probably not. I am not good when it comes to any intelligence skills.
I think I know what it is.
Sticks to snakes? Is it sticks to snakes?
It's not sticks to snakes, but it exists in that game.
10.
Yay!
Okay. You don't know what that is. Give me a reflex check.
I'm going to use.
In fact, if you remember from the very first session, this was used to great effect at a point.
Yeah, so, how good you save against gas?
I am going to use my evasion. So if I fail, I take half damage. If I succeed, I take no damage. And here we go. Plus, what's my deck? There we go.
I think you're like +5, I think, with Dex.
No, the +7. 18.
Okay. Now give me a con check.
Great. Now we're in trouble. $11.
What's his DC? Nope, that's not his DC. Okay. As the vapor makes contact with you, you aren't able to get out of the way in time.
With an 18 dex?
Yeah, you were kind of like right next to it, and it was directing it directly at you.
Yeah, you're trying to dodge gas.
Yeah, also.
Why was I yelling then? I thought they had already flown and were like halfway down the cliff.
No, they had flown. They cast, and then they were starting to fly back.
Wait, fly back up? I thought
No,
fly
they're
down.
flying down, and he spun around as you started yelling. So he was maybe, like 40 feet away from you.
No, I thought they were much further away. I wouldn't have yelled. I'm just saying for the record. I wouldn't have yelled if they were still that close. I would have just said it. I thought they were much further away. But, okay.
Pretty sure the results would be the same.
Take 16 poison damage. Actually, no, wait, you failed. So take 32 poison damage.
Actually, I take... Okay, what's the save for the actual spell?
16.
Okay, and is it dex or con?
16 con.
Then what was the dex for?
You tried to jump out of the way, so I set the DC for that one. And that one was a 20.
That's really high, but okay. All right.
I mean, it's fucking cloud kill. What do you expect?
Okay, that hurt. That did not feel pleasant.
So, most of the... Okay, I'm gonna... Are you standing there in the cloud?
No, I'm backing.
You're getting out.
I'm
Okay,
boarding out.
gotcha. Most of the gnomes had kind of scattered once the drow had entered the scene, but you note from your element perception that there's some gnomes under there that you don't think are coming out of that cloud again. You count maybe 6 gnomes there. One being the one with the handle with the mustache.
1 second. Let me
Mustache, no.
see if there's anything I can do.
One being Tarwin. No, I'm just messing.
I swear to God, if one of them was Tarwin, we're going on a fucking drow hunt.
Evasion, shadow step. Thought there was something I had that was wind. When I don't want to retcon anything because you already did it, but I was under the impression that they were much further away. When I was making the Arcana check, would I have, instead of jumping out of the way, had time to burn 2 key points?
No.
Okay, because I was gonna cast silence on him, and if there was a verbal component, he wouldn't be able to do that spell. I didn't understand you were casting a fucking spell. I'll be honest with you.
Okay. Okay, you can
You
do
did
that.
understand that the flying drow spewing gas out of his mouth after doing hand signals.
No.
He specifically said he makes motions with his hands, puts an O over his mouth, and blows out gas.
I thought he was making a mouth cone to yell back at me.
Why would he do the fancy hand symbols then?
The only hand symbol I heard him say was, "Did a hand cone."
No, the exact wording was he makes a series of gestures with his hands, puts his his hand over his mouth,
Fair
and
enough.
forms an O.
All right. I'm going to yell as loud as I can, "Sigvaldi, Rhogar, get over here!" And then I'm going to...
Sigvaldi's gone by now.
Yeah,
Is-
no, Sigvaldi's so far beyond earshot that it was almost pathetically stupid for you to even try to pick him.
Rhogar, give me a 1d10.
What could I do? I can't do a lot.
With those elf gang signs, square up! Oh. No, it's sure. You're close enough to this kerfuffle. You hear a yell from Pard. Sigvaldi, Rhogar, get over here! Granted, of course, you don't know where he is, so, you know.
I'll run in the vague direction of where it sounded like it was coming from.
I mean, intelligence check.
I don't have any wind-based abilities. Is the cloud just hanging overhead?
Oh no, it's not hanging overhead. It's Cloudkill is after it's Cloudkill gets to its area, it's heavier than air, so it's actually kind of sitting on the area, kind of like a fog machine.
Yeah, wouldn't it be falling off the edge quickly then?
There's some of it that's falling off the edge, but the rest of it's just kind of hanging there. It's not pulling the rest of it off the edge.
God. How
It's-
close is the nearest gnome to me?
There's a group of gnomes who are now kind of assumed around the cloud, kind of looking in horrified stares.
Is there... I don't understand Cloud Kill. Once I've taken damage, do I take more damage if I go back into it?
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
Yes.
it's literally death gas. That is now an area of poisonous gas.
It used to be insta kill in old D&D.
Yeah, that's a cyan gas chamber sitting on the edge of the cliff now.
And no one else is making their way out, even...
No.
No, because they're dead.
Yeah, they're basically choking up, but their
You
lungs are
attack.
blistered up.
You as a level, what are we now, 5, 6 player character monk couldn't get out of that cloud without taking 32 damage. What hope are the fucking civvy gnomes going to have?
Think of it this way: you're stuck in the trenches of World War I, and a gas goes off.
I get it. I get it. I'm annoyed, but I get it.
They're dead,
Those
Jim.
gnomes was a battle mind. I'll have you know.
He was level 1, but he was still a battle mind.
There's nothing Parn could do. He's gonna try and keep everyone back.
So,
I guess.
After about 2 minutes, the cloud disappears.
I'm gonna...
Kind of dissipates into the air. You're left with about 10 dead gnome bodies.
You said 6.
That you could see.
You're left with 6 dead gnome bodies. I don't jot down gnome death statistics. I'm not morbid like that, Neo. I guess you are, though.
What is he, like a Gestapo? He doesn't keep death statistics from his gas attacks.
I'm gonna... Okay, the cloud's gone. I'm gonna try to making sure not to get any more in my lungs. I'm gonna go to the edge and see if I can see anything.
Nope. You're like 400, 500 feet up in the air, dude. Dark vision doesn't let you see that far down.
I know.
But hey, today you learned a valuable life lesson. Drow are dicks.
Parn kind of already knew Drow were dick.
Yeah, but now it was confirmed.
Yeah.
The greater lesson out of character would be what the Drow know. Because
Yeah.
I'll give you one thing from a racial knowledge that you know about Drow. Drow don't like being wronged, Neo.
Yeah. All right. I'm gonna send up as a flare dancing lights as high as I can, trying to get the attention of my group.
it's prancing lights, don't you remember?
I
Sorry, that's not the right spell. Your wand.
Prancing lights.
There you go. Also, you don't know. You might have had in one of your decks. You might have had something to get rid of that wind. You never tried. So Rhogar and Sigvaldi and Sarah, you all see like a splash in the air, a little firework of prancing ponies.
Sigvaldi is just happy that people are celebrating as he continues to look for rope.
One of them is a small little baby pony struggling to get to his feet, and his mother pony is helping nudge him up. Any of you with animal handling checks know that the pony would only be a small baby horse, but it seems like this spell doesn't care.
Just a small tear just comes from my eye. You can do it, little pony. I believe in you.
Little brother.
I need to read what minor illusion. What's the limits of it? Because I know I can make a sound out of it.
It's probably like one that can carry through a whole fucking city.
I can.
He just shot up a Lisa Frank picture up into the air.
Yeah, basically.
So beautiful.
I don't know what we're supposed to take from that. Sigvaldi's just gonna keep looking for rope and not knowing that that's even you, because I don't think Sigvaldi knows you have that wand.
Parn's going to. Oh God, I need to think about this. Parn's going to port up 60 feet, and at the height of his jump, he's going to let loose minor illusion with the sound of a siren, and then he's going to wait. How much do I fall in what, 6 seconds?
Sorry, there's already a sound playing from a prancing
Yeah, no, there's not. Okay.
Yes.
Rhogar's just clapping to the music.
Gnomes have little lighters. Where did they get those?
No, seriously, Parn's porting up. He's then going to release a siren sound as like a warning siren, and then he's going to fucking. Actually, I can cancel out all that damage, can I? Yeah, I can just cancel out all that damage with my fucking, what is it called?
So, Flux, you got me singing along now.
Yeah. No. Where is it? I know I have it. Slow fall. Yeah.
At least we feel old listening to this.
I know. This is memories of middle school just rolling up inside me. Do you remember the Newgrounds?
Stop it! That's
Back in the E-Bombs world days.
Parn does that, trying to get the attention of his group and anyone else he can, and he slow falls back down to the ground.
okay. You've all been given attention. That Parn apparently wants you guys to come to meet him.
Rhogar goes there because he wants to know what interrupted the pretty ponies.
Oh, all right, it's just a call. Sarah, Sigvaldi.
I make my way towards where I believe Parn is.
All right, it's a call. Sigvaldi.
Sigvaldi knows that he's wanted, but feels that finding out what's going on with the gondola and rope is equally important and will refuse the call.
He doesn't want to get hit by the popo.
Not that so much as he figures on a giant floaty spider island that probably whatever's happening compared to the giant elder god afterbirth that we just dealt with, that whatever it is probably not important.
Yeah.
Clerics don't get fly. That's weird. Well,
What?
I said clerics don't get fly. That's weird. Well, Sarah and Rhogar have a. Oh no, the Drow was not cleric. I was just checking for. I was just. It's the Drow splashed to the ground. No, the Drow had fly.
He was just following its style.
No.
All they were doing was parachuting down with their combined clothing area.
That would have been wonderful if you were like, oh,
Quick, lick hands and billow our drow cloaks. We shall parachute to the ground as one.
I would love that if that was the case. Just you pipe in. By the way, Parn, I need you to do a perception check. And I roll high, and you're like, you hear 5 splats. You don't know what those splats were, but you hear 5
You feel an odd
splats.
sense of satisfaction. You can't put your finger on it.
No.
You feel like karma.
No, he was a drow mage. He knew fly.
Okay.
But I was just checking for Sarah's sake. Okay, so 2 of your compatriots have amassed at the horrible gnome situation.
All right. I
What
need you
happened?
What happened was those fucking drow, apparently someone told them about the rope, and they decided they were going to jump off or whatever, and then decided to try and kill whoever saw them leave.
Why do I have a feeling this is your fault?
Yes, it's my fault that 5 drow assaulted the gnomes here, jumped off the edge, and apparently tried to poison gas us all.
Can I roll on insight to see if I
Parn-
fully believe?
You know, you can. Parn's not lying. Parn fully doesn't believe he's at fault here. Telling you that right now. Parn's not lying. He doesn't. He's pissed off. Is what Parn is
Well,
right now.
Well, right now we need to get rid of the bodies and I don't know, tell their families and prep them. I don't know.
Hang on.
And what we need to do is get a defense up, because if those drow come back, they're coming back to attack.
So how exactly did they kill them?
I already told you, some type of poison fucking gas.
So, a poison gas. I recommend we not physically touch them, at least not without gloves.
Sarah, also, I took some of that gas. I'm not about to die, but if you don't think you can do anything for them, I would appreciate some of your healing magic right now.
On a scale from 1 to 100, I'm 32 below 100.
Yeah.
Okay, give me a moment.
I'm at
I place my hands upon Parn and I cast 3rd level Cure Wounds, making sure not to touch him with the Black Gauntlet. You regain 13 hit points.
Thank you, Sarah. All right, we need to get these bodies taken care of. We need to find out. Unfortunately, it looks like their leader is among the dead. We need to find out who next in charge. We need to get this sorted out now. Did any of you see the drow before this?
Yes,
Yes. Okay, what were they doing?
they were in a dark alley, keeping to themselves. I said hi, and they said, "Do you know when the thing's going to descend?" I said, "Not for a while." And I said, "If you want, you can try scaling down yourself." But I'm assuming if it's the same group, they came over here, something may have blocked them, and something may have agitated them.
All I know is that I was talking with the head chief here, which I don't know how the fuck he got in front of me, considering I ported 60 feet away, Flux. Just for the record.
Did you realize how big Cloudkill is?
It's got a pretty big radius.
Okay. How big radius? Because we're talking about at least 40 feet down and me 60 feet in front of everybody. It's only a 20-foot radius.
Yes, but those gnomes had scattered, so they were unaccounted for. Also, Sarah, you know that's not everything you told the Drow.
Really? What else did I say?
You told them also that
The power source?
the power source needed to recharge.
Oh, yeah.
Sarah?
Yeah.
You told him anything else? Just told him to leave?
No. No, I told you about the descending, power source, and
I'm sorry, back up. What about the power source?
I said a power source needed to be recharged before the city can move.
So they think we're vulnerable right now.
I don't know. I don't appreciate to know the mind of someone else.
All right. Sarah, you stay here. Rhogar, you protect her. I need to go find Albric right now.
Okay.
With that, Parn just starts porting across fucking rooftops at speed to get back to Albric.
So while you were wandering around, Sarah, did you find booze?
If I see Sigvaldi on my way, I stop and talk to him. If I don't know.
You give me a. Everybody give me a 1d3. Pardon, give me a 1d3. I like this way of figuring out how people see each other.
I was more asking if I could keep an eye out for him, but fair
Yeah, I
enough.
know.
Oh god, a 2. It's not gonna be a 2. 3.
You see him.
Ugh. Sigvaldi!
Meh?
Gnomes are dead. Get over there and guard it. The fucking Drow attack.
Are they still here?
No, they jumped off the fucking edge, flew down the fucking thing, and decided to gas anyone that could see where they left from.
Then they
There's
don't
like
need guarding.
There's 6 gnomes dead, including the old leader guy.
I mean, that is unfortunate, but if the Drow have already left, then the danger's gone.
Apparently, Sarah told them we're vulnerable. They may try to attack again.
Well, then all the more reason to tell the dwarves as well.
That's where I'm headed right now. And then Parn just poofs, shadow walks across another rooftop and goes the fuck away towards where Albric is.
Okay, you make your way to the forge.
And I rush in. I don't
You see the better parts. You see a fully completed gondola in there.
Okay. Where's Albric?
He's at the. He's kind of standing in front of the gondola, checking it out.
Okay, I run up to him. Albric!
Hey, Parn, we got the gondola fixed. We can get those gnomes down to the ground now.
That's great. We got trouble.
We're gonna have a discussion about you shitting on every good thing that happens down here at the end of this.
You know,
we really are.
Okay, Parn, stern look on his face, no smile. He doesn't give a damn. The Drow just fucking gassed the gnomes.
What?
Yeah. Apparently, Sarah bumped into the Drow, and they asked her some questions. She told them that you were working on a gondola, that it would, and that the place I needed to figure out how to get this place moving. She used the term the energy source needs to be charged. Then while I was talking with the gnome leader, we heard a commotion. Apparently the Drow went into camp. I don't know why they didn't jump off the edge somewhere closer, but they decided to go there.
They probably wanted to climb down the rope that was being blocked by Arn.
And as they jumped down, apparently they had a mage among them, made the rest of them fly, and as they were flying down, I don't know, didn't want any witnesses, maybe didn't like the fact I was there, I don't know, and poison gas cloud. Nearly killed me, by the way, but definitely killed, unfortunately, not only the gnome leader, but 5 other gnomes. Sarah, Rhogar, and I don't know if Sigvaldi's heading there or not. He was heading this way, but I went ahead.
Okay.
We need to get this gondola up. We need to get any non-combatants off this place, and then we need to prepare it if the Drow are coming back. I don't know a lot of about Drow, but one of the things I do know is if they think they're slighted, they will come back.
He kind of holds his head in his hand and thinks for a minute. Yeah. He shouts out commands. Get the steel wire. We're taking the gondola to the gnomes. You see groups of dwarves start carrying a very large kind of spool of wire, of steel wire.
Can I help at all?
There's no real room for you to help. I mean, you could do that thing where you say you're helping, you just put kind of a hand on it, but not really uplift. But they seem to have it, and there's about 6 dwarves that are lifting up the gondola, taking it over.
All right.
So,
all right. Then I will go with them, but that's it.
It's okay. It was from the village. It was 3 days from the dwarven village. No, from the gnome village, and then it's about 4 days from the drow village. We got like 10 days before they come back.
So you're telling me, I assume we're walking and talking.
Yeah. So Sarah told them that the giant spider that attacked their city and kidnapped them is just sitting here defenseless.
I don't know her exact words. She said the energy source needed to recharge, which is me, and I need, and all I know is I need rest. I can go back up to where Ardrin controlled everything and try as soon as we finish this, but I'm pretty sure 1 day is not enough rest.
I don't know what, but you need to figure out a way to get this thing moving again, and so we can either get out of here before the Drow come, or we can fight them off when they get here.
I really suddenly regret destroying the fucking golem army, but I was just doing what thing told me to do.
If we're gonna have to leave, again, check out that dragon before we have to book it.
Yeah, I don't want to leave that there. If we have to leave everything, we're destroying everything. And I hate saying that, but I don't trust anything here in the hands of those fucking drow. All right. I'm gonna go with you. We're gonna get there. I'm gonna talk with everybody, and then I think I'm heading to the temple or the.
As you're walking and Albrecht's talking, he's like, all things considered, it's all shit. Everything's shit, by the way. I want to put that out. But it's really no problem between Rhogar and Dwarf now. I didn't think that'd happen. That's worked out pretty well.
I was gonna ask about that. It's weird, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm not gonna lie to you, every time we fought something here before we met you, it was always Durgar, and I was like, okay, they're gonna really hate me, aren't they? They're gonna hate us, and no, they've just been. I mean, they've been colder to me and the rest of our group than the normal dwarves.
I mean, that's just Durgar. Don't.
Yeah.
That's not something.
Yeah, but
they're weird.
Yeah, the same. They've just been. It's
weird. Yeah, and a laugh that's kind of a mix between a genuine laugh and partially deranged man. Maybe you just need to find, the dead half of Corlon, and then kill half your people, and then, shove them into golems, and then you guys can be cool with the Drow.
Parn tries not to smile, but he gets a crooked smile on his face and starts laughing. Tears come out of his eyes, puts his hand on Arbrick and go, God damn it, I hope I don't have to do any of that. I really hope I don't have to do any of that.
So we're gonna take a quick 5-minute break.
Alright.
Be back at
Okay.
9, okay?
Alright.
I meant actually to do it at 8:30, but the situations occurred. So be back at 9.
Alright, I'm gonna go get a drink. Sovik, was Sigvaldi still headed towards where Albrick was?
No, we turned around.
Okay. Cause I was wondering if we were gonna bump into you on the way to the gnomes. Alright, I'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Is everyone here?
I'm
I'm
here.
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 Waiting for Zoe.
Everybody get up, it's time to slam now. We got the real jam going down. Welcome to the Space Jam.
Oh.
Here's your chance, do your
To
dance.
get hit again. That's where that was coming from.
Alright.
Fuck.
That music is giving me a very bad feeling. Sovik, you here? I vote if he's not back in 3 minutes, we leave without him.
We'll see.
I haven't had a chance to play this one yet. It was supposed to be battle music for if the Avatar War showed up in the first section. And then he never did. There you go, Neo. That's one thing that isn't spoilers. Because it happened 5 years ago in game, and like a whole year ago out of game. That's how long you have to wait, though.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it sounds interesting.
Just a nice battle, a dancing swords kind of stuff. So
Yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Sovik, you here yet?
this is just a rotation where he doesn't sing. He might start singing later. So back.
Come on, Sobek.
Well,
So back.
Come on.
gonna
It was,
need
it was 5 minutes. So back.
Kiri, don't do what you want. Probably not getting back, and we'll close that.
So, who votes we just continue on, and he just shows up?
I say we leave that up to Flock.
I'd prefer to wait for him.
Okay.
The deep gnomes are something that's rather important to Sigari.
So, Cloud Kill. Yeah,
Yeah,
fucked up spell.
yeah, it is.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, up until 4th edition, it's been an insta kill. Up to 5th, I believe it was an insta kill. You were under a set amount. Goodbye.
Kill 3. This. This spell generated like a fog automatically kills any living creature with 3 or fewer hit dice. A creature with 4 to 6 is slain unless sees fortitude. A living creature with 6 or more takes 1d4 points of constitution damage while in the cloud. Okay.
Yeah, they definitely nerfed that down quite a bit.
It's also heavier than air. So if you're ever at like a fucking burrow or something, the lizard could just cast it, and it's like, yeah, and we fumigated the ground. Anything that's down there is dead now.
Oh, that's terrifying. Does 4E have it? I don't know if 4E.
Probably.
Probably not. It's an iconic spell.
Sounds like it's more of a, yeah. While we wait for Suffolk to open. Sounds like a wizard thing. Daggers. Which I've always underestimated the Cloud of Daggers spell, but I understand it's a lot better than I think it is.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
We're all dead.
I had shit to take care of. That took longer than I thought it would.
No problem. So, is everyone meeting back at the gnomes, or is Sigvaldi still running around looking for one?
No, Sigvaldi headed back to the gnomes when he was quite adamantly told to do so.
Okay, so everyone's met back at the gnomes. You note that the gnome bodies have been moved over into the pile of other gnome bodies from this unwilling adventure that the gnomes have been taken on.
God, this is getting fucking.
We ain't moving this pile for nobody.
This is getting concentration camp levels bad.
Well, they are Drow.
Chambers.
Okay. Is Sigvaldi getting there first? Of course he is.
No, Sarah and Rhogar got there first.
They never left.
And Sigvaldi's gotten there first.
Sigvaldi, you gonna do something?
I mean, I don't know what Sigvaldi can do. He's just kind of sitting around guarding and on alert for Drow, as he was told to be. So he's just keeping an eye out for Drow. You put Sigvaldi in a situation that's completely out of his wheelhouse, so he's just kind of sitting there like, okay, I guess I'm being big, strong, and ready to intervene in case shit happens.
Do we know how many Drow were actually on here? Do we know if that was all of them?
You never did like a full head count.
Okay.
You've never seen more than like 3, 4.
All right. Okay. Sigvaldi, you're not gonna cry over the bodies or anything?
No, why would he?
Not gonna make sure Tarwin is okay?
As far as he knows, the boy is fine. No one has told him the boy was hurt. Why would he assume that?
Alright. I'm walking with Albrick. We're two broken people at this point.
Okay, so you guys come up to the scene of gnomes saying prayers and moving bodies and crying and weeping and chatting and discussing while 3 other adventurers are standing on guard.
Okay, Sarah, Rhogar, Sigvaldi, let's help get this thing up.
All right.
Okay.
Parn looks over at the pile of bodies. You know, we could have just used this orb and gotten out of here. No, I had to insist on helping out and fixing them.
Yeah.
Parn just kind of stands and waiting to be told what to do.
So the dwarves have kind of anchored the dwarves start getting things set up. They start ordering you to different areas as they anchor the wire and the gondola attached to it. Make up kind of makeshift up and down pulley system that'll leave it off to the bottom of the spider.
Okay. I'm gonna go to Aubric. So we can possibly get down ahead if we undo the rope up here and go back into the legs and then go down the leg. Do you want us to go down and scout while you finish getting this and getting people loaded?
I mean, I would send you down with the first group.
Okay, then we'll do that instead. Probably best.
Yeah.
Alright. Alright,
The first group is the four of you, an old gnome, not as old as the one with the mustache, but old. He's got like very large mutton chops on the side of his face that kind of stick out extra 3 inches, adding to the width of his face. 2 small gnome boys, and what looks like a gnome adolescent girl. And the gondola starts to go down.
alright. As we go down, stay in between us. If anything happens, we'll do our best to protect you.
The older gnome relays that to the others. And they nod. The gondola goes down for maybe about 5 minutes.
As we're going down, I'm going to do a perception check just to try keep an eye out for like anything that's coming. Try to warn people, like maybe get a bit of advance and notice.
Well, you don't think anything's coming, but you hear real good. You see real good, but you don't think anything's coming. And the gondola, with a large thud, sits down on the ground.
Alright, think we should get out first and get a good look around.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna do a survival check and see if I can pick up on any tracks from the fucking drow. If that's okay.
Okay, give me a survival check.
21.
You see no track.
Okay. Is there any tracks to anything else that has come through here recently besides us?
No, it seems pretty dead.
Okay. All right, I'm gonna. Are the legs stationary, and what position are they in?
Well, there's 4 of them. 6 of them that are stationary. There's 2 of them, however, that are kind of laying kind of limp from the breaking.
All right. Thought there were 8 legs. 2 for digging, 6 for stabilizing.
No, spider would have a mouthpiece sort of thing. They would use that to dig.
No, they'll use them 2 to dig as well. But
So
there's
there's 6 legs left.
There's 6 that are stabilizing, 2 that are kind of laying limp.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna suggest who wants to go back up. Tell them that as far as we know, it's clear, and start getting people down here. So, Valdi, you seem to have a better connection to the gnomes.
After about 3 minutes, the gondola starts going back up.
Let's get them out. Get up. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, they've already gone that far. The gnomes weren't waiting for your orders to get back down on safe ground. That isn't tilting or having crazy maniac dwarves or deathly drow. The moment they get on safe ground, they got on safe ground.
All right. I'm gonna turn to the elder. Do you need us to come with you, or do you think you can get back to your village from here?
We should be able to find our way back to our village.
All right. Well, then I hope you have a safe journey, and if we get this city moving, I will try my best to stay as far away from your village, Drow Town, and anything else I can. I wish you luck. And I'm gonna wait for the next gondola to come back down after with the next load.
And continues. Another load comes down. This time it's Tarwin, his family, 2 kind of old, crotchety looking gnomes that are kind of hunched over. They get out and they join the group.
I'm gonna get in the gondola.
Tarwin gives you a quick hug, Sigbani, and then gets in with the group. Okay, 5 minutes pass, and Karn is the only person on the gondola as it goes up. Okay, what are you doing at the top now, Karn?
I'm gonna help direct people in. I'm gonna tell Albrecht that it seems to be empty. There doesn't seem to be any sign of them, and the gnomes seem to believe want to just get everyone down there and then go.
That's good. We'll just get all of them out of here. They can do what they want. They're on their own. We've done what we can for them. Maybe it's better for them to be alone and separated from us.
At this point, I think you're right. And
Did you check?
Parn's just gonna help gather up the gnomes and what they have and help them get in the groups as assigned.
Okay. Are you guys at the bottom doing anything?
Just assuring everybody gets down safely.
Okay. Takes the better part of about an hour and a half to get everyone down. The bodies, all their stuff, and everything. And you guys see the gnomes off as they head off into the darkness of the Underdark. It's the beautiful baby turtle heading to the beach before he gets immediately swallowed by a seagull.
Yep.
That's a terrifying image.
Little deep gnome child going away, then all of a sudden, seagull Drow comes in. No.
So what are you guys doing now?
Well, if everyone's down, I guess we
we're
go
not-
back
I
up.
guess we're not needed down here, yeah. We just go back up.
I honestly expected Sigvaldi to have a moment with the boy.
No, it was this time.
He has had his moments with the boy.
The boy has become a man and found his family. No more needs to be taught by Sigvaldi. No more needs to be said.
You are taking that stoic Viking thing to a proper level, aren't you?
It's his one defining character trait. I'm going all in on it.
All right, well, let's keep the gondola here. We may need it later. You never know. I'm gonna wait for them. The rest of the group.
While we have everybody here and we can get the gondola down and up without much hassle, do you guys want to go down there and check on the dragon?
Yeah.
Yeah, I that's probably best.
Mhm.
Let's get that done. After that, I'm gonna, if we have time, I want to head into that temple, see if I can find anything, and then before we rest, I'm gonna go to the government building, go to where Ardrin always was, and try to see if I can have enough energy. All right, let's do it.
Okay, the gondola gets lit down. You guys are now on the bottom, cool, quiet, dark of the Underdark.
Mm-hmm.
How far away is the dragon from where we are?
The dragon's maybe about 30 minutes away.
Alright.
Well,
I suggest we move.
I think we need to keep our eyes open and move. Is Albrecht with us?
No, Albrecht's staying up with his dwarves.
Okay.
So it's just us.
All right. Well, let's go check out the dragon, shall we?
Yep.
Okay.
Rhogar, make sure you take a good look at it. I can't see souls.
Will do. Wait, souls. You mean to tell me this thing's powered by souls as well?
Probably. I don't know. Everything else was.
I hope not. Why couldn't?
You wonder why I was against this?
Why can't I just have like a simple on-off button and it does all the not this soul magic bullshit?
Maybe it does. I don't know.
I'm just gonna hope that is the case.
I'm gonna pull out the paperwork. What if anything is in there about the dragon?
There's nothing in there about the dragon.
Hey, well, stuff that back in the book. Well, there's
You can see
nothing
like
about-
maybe some early schematics that could have evolved into the dragon, but nothing concrete.
Seems like
Just, this is something labeled Dragon Zero incomplete, and I don't know.
this guy.
Scratched out Metal Gear.
It seems like Mordrin was not a very good note taker. Most of his notes are incomplete. Okay. I guess we keep walking and looking, and I want to actively check and make sure that nothing is following us or anything.
Okay, how you want to do that?
Uh
Survival, perception,
perception.
animal handling, nature check,
Perception.
gather information. Okay.
I want to keep my ears open, and I want to keep my eyes on my head on a swivel, looking around.
Okay. You don't see anyone.
Okay.
When you first came down, this was kind of quite disconcerting, the amount of emptiness and openness that the Underdark has. But since during your travels, you've become more accustomed to it.
Fair enough.
So you guys take the walk, chatting and mingling along the way till you get to the massive dragon. Its head is almost dwarfs all four of you.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try and speak to it.
I would probably be the best because I can speak Draconic, and even then, I'm not sure talking to it would do much. Just out of character.
Does it look alive? Is it mechanical?
It's purely mechanical.
Okay. Well, is it in a pit? Or is it out in the open? How exactly what we see before us?
Partially uncovered, I think, is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, are we like on ground level and then there's like a slope and then leads right to its head, or is it?
You're kind of on ground level. That part of its head is open and imagine like a fossil dig. Like there's kind of a pit in front of you where most of it's kind of been hollowed out and opened up.
Right, roughly.
Rhogar, do you see anything with that special eye of yours?
Do I?
Nope.
Nothing.
Okay. About how far away is the head from me?
Say it's about 40 feet.
Right.
How deep is the pit?
And is it exactly would be exactly like a dragon head with the long nose, the snout, and two sunken eyes?
Give me a second. I can actually get an image for you.
Okay.
I have one. Hold on.
So Sarah, you seem in a better mood. Well, you were before I called you over here. Have a nice bath.
No, I couldn't find any hot water, so I couldn't find some wood. I got tired. I don't like being down here. It's all dark and depressing. No wonder everybody who lived down here has such a depressing mood.
Yeah, I'm anxious to get home too.
Same
I'm
here.
sure it's a deficiency of something.
I'm just curious how bad it's going to be when we get back to the surface, like if we're going to go blind or something.
Sigvaldi, what's up with you? You've been quiet this entire time.
I don't know what to think, honestly. I'm going to trust that you know what you're doing.
I'm gonna trust that I know what I'm doing too. That's why I want to go to that temple. You've never been, and the rest of us have. The temple right where we near where we entered is where we first saw the grave of Mordrin. When we go back up, kind of hoping Moradin. I'm hoping we can go in there and see if what's going on. Find a clue to how to get this stuff moving. And honestly, if we can't get the dragon going, then I want to cover it back up and move the city to where it needs to be, and then destroy as many of these crystals as we can.
Honestly, and I hate saying this, it'd probably be better if we can get the Spider City moving and have it just trample the thing. Trample it beyond repair.
I don't know if we can get it to do that. I don't know. I don't want to destroy any more legs, as I say. Kind of look at Rhogar.
That is awesome looking.
That, but its face
Massive.
is bigger than any of us.
Yes.
Like,
Is its mouth open or closed?
Its mouth seems to be closed.
question, like, as far as, like, scale goes, like, about the size of Dragon or Cine? Or bigger?
A little bit bigger.
Oof. Alright, well, Parn's gonna port onto its head.
Imagine a motorhome size.
Alright,
A head the size of an RV. Nice.
Are the openings in the
as
nose?
opposed to the... Yeah. There are
Right.
little kind of like window openings.
Alright, Sigvaldi, you were able to get some rope, right?
I got 100 feet of rope.
Hey, could you give me some of that rope?
I give him the rope.
Right, I'm gonna port into the nose, and then once I'm inside, I'm gonna drop a rope down.
Ew, Robo Dragon boogers.
What?
Said ew, Robo Dragon boogers.
Okay.
So you're now in the nose.
What do I see inside? I'm gonna pull out the wand, and I'm gonna cast prancing lights to get some light in here.
Can't you see in the dark?
Yeah, but I want to see
Better
in more
detail?
than just black and white. Yeah.
So the nose, you can see kind of what appears to be a large nozzle inside of it. And it looks like it kind of shoots out into the nose. There's not
Okay.
that much room in that nose.
Can I do a perception check to see if I smell any chemicals from the nozzle? Because I know what a normal dragon does. I'm worried about what a mechanical dragon does. 17.
You smell a kind of acrid smell of like rust and water.
Okay. Well. Alright, I'm gonna go back to the rope and say, you guys coming in?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like nowhere to maneuver in the nose.
No,
Yeah, it's basically like the nozzle is like the as far into the nose
yeah,
you
it's
can go.
into a shield for the nozzle. That's what the nose is.
oh. So there's no, I can't see any hatches or
Yeah, there's
anything.
no like cockpit up here.
I'm trying to look for a way in.
Yeah. Speaking of, how deep is like the pit itself? Like,
The pit itself seems to be about 40, 50, about 45 feet down, but the dragons are not fully uncovered.
If I take the rope and jump out of the nose, Rhogar, are you in the nose with me?
well, I went down. I followed the rope, so I'm assuming so.
Right? Anybody else went in the nose?
Can anyone else fit in the nose?
I don't think so, but I'm asking.
I guess I follow in suit. Confusing.
Yeah, may as well.
I was asking because I'm about to jump out of the nose.
We're now in the nose. See ya, suckers!
And I took the rope too. Bye.
Get fucked! Activate the dragon, kill them all! Oh shit, we really shouldn't have trusted the guy with the evil god essence inside him.
Activate dragon.exe.
No, I was no. I don't see a way in. Do anybody else? Did I even do a perception check to see if I saw a way in?
No, the only perception check you did was to like get an idea of like smelling of chemicals.
May I do it? Can one of you help me try to find a way inside
I
from here?
could walk around, see if I can find what looks like a door or a hatch.
Yeah, I'm gonna help you do that.
Yeah.
With the help action.
What exactly does the help action do? Is that like a +2
Gives
if you
you
succeed?
advantage
Alright.
to
Alright.
whatever roll Flux says to do.
Give me a Parn. Give me an intelligence check. Rhogar, give me a perception.
Okay.
You've studied the blueprints and stuff, so you kind of know how Moradin concealed his stuff and kind of built this stuff. You don't know how he built the dragon, but you can kind of figure out, like, okay.
Do I get my proficiency bonus then?
Yeah. I don't think you're saving Rhogar's roll, though.
I thought he said that I would get that.
18.
It does Rhogar get?
The help action gives the primary roller advantage.
Okay. Then yeah, wow. Okay. You crit, Rhogar.
Mhm.
So you locate around kind of the ear, back behind the ear of the dragon.
Alright.
Around here.
Okay.
A kind of panel, and then you locate further down the neck. But here, another panel, and here a panel, and then the rest of the dragon's kind of fully submerged.
Okay.
I point out the panels.
All right, I'm gonna go up to the ear one. I'm gonna. What does it look like? Does it look like a?
Looks like
pad?
a bronze plate, a large bronze plate that you can kind of make out hinges on the right
Okay.
side.
All right. Well, I'm gonna dust it off, and I'm gonna try and open it.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Oh, this hurt. 11.
Okay, with some struggling, you manage to pull it open. There's a massive creak as you do, and on the inside, you can see the same diamond-shaped gem, but this one's about as big as you are. It seems to have like wires attached to it that continue further into the head of the dragon and further down the neck.
Okay. Well, this is not the way in, but
As you look down the wires into the neck, you can see past the jumble of wires that are completely covering the neck. There's no room for you to make your way down. You can kind of make out another gem further down the neck.
okay. Well,
So,
this one's not the way in.
alright, I can
But
try
if we
looking at
need
another
to
panel.
destroy this thing, we know how to destroy some of it. I close it, and you said there was one here, and one down here, right?
Yeah, what about there?
All right. I think we should try the lowest one.
Alright, I go to this one then. Does it look pretty much like the way the one behind the ear does?
This one you actually see no way of opening. It seems like it's a panel, but it's kind of been sealed shut on this part.
So, like, obvious welding marks, or?
I mean, yes. You wouldn't recognize it as welding, but you would recognize it as the spell mend was cast upon it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm wondering if you would know that.
As if the metal was broken, positioned into areas, and then mended.
All right, everybody stand back. I'm gonna try something silly. I'm gonna sit on the middle of the nose, right up here. I'm going to. Do we want me to do this now or focus on the city right now?
We could do this now.
What do you think, Sigvaldi and Rhogar?
I'll take a few steps behind, but yes.
Yes.
All right, I want y'all out of the pit in case this thing comes to life and it's flail.
I
Alright.
move out of the way of where I suspect its freedom of motion would allow.
Okay. I sit on the nose and I cross my legs and I think move. And I also think if you can help me, I need to talk to you.
What are you doing?
I okay.
Give you a simple command.
So you want me to destroy everything? I thought you were going.
As things, at least creations exist, can they endanger my kin and all other beings? The temptation to use them, to fight over them, is too great.
All
Even
right.
I succumb to it.
Okay, we will destroy the dragon. But with that in mind, I've been requested by your kin to move the city back to where it was. Can we at least do that? I have already agreed with the Mycadons to destroy the city once we're there. And as a good faith payment, we will go ahead and destroy what we can of the dragon. I promise you. And I've already destroyed the golem army, just for the record.
Destroy the dragon. Destroy its main core. I will help you move the city. You will destroy the legs, and then set fire to the underground tunnels.
All Brick doesn't want to destroy the pool.
I don't care what he wants.
Yes, sir. All right, come out of it. All right, we're destroying the dragon.
All right, I bring up my mace.
Question. What kind of roll would I might have to do to look around like my immediate area to see if I can find like chips of like mica or something?
Perception. Sorry, investigation.
What
roll do you want to do? Do you want to do perception, investigate?
I'll go with
bluff, persuasion.
I'll try.
I think you can make any roll you want.
Yeah,
I'm just tell you how apt it is to work.
Yeah, basically, I'm just trying to look for pieces of mica because I have one spell that requires a component, and so I need mica. So just gonna look for pieces of mica that I could use.
Well, he does that. Parn goes into the head. He opens the door again, and he starts cutting wires. He's cutting he's cutting both sides of the crystal, and once he's done cutting,
reflex check, Parn.
Okay.
You cut some of the wires, and liquid starts to spew out of them.
Fuck. Reflex is 7. 19.
It's on the side of the defender or the attacker, right?
It's on the side of defender.
Defender.
Yeah, it's on
okay.
the side of. No.
Yep, it's on the side of defender.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, the equals or exceeds because you just barely make it as you dodge out of the way, and a greenish, acrid liquid smelling like rust comes out and coats the bottom of the ground, and you see the ground immediately start to rust.
Wow, that did more damage than I needed it to. All right, with that, I'm gonna try and thrust into the crystal, avoiding the liquid on the ground.
Okay.
With the short sword that I already know breaks these crystals easily.
So you stab into the crystal. There just seems to be now kind of like a deep groove in it.
It doesn't destroy like the other ones did?
No, it does not.
Wow. Okay.
Should I hit it with my mace?
I don't think this is the main crystal. It said to destroy the main crystal. Wow. Okay.
So you've made decent progress on cutting it up with doing like slashes, but that trying to stab deep into the center didn't seem to actually make it break apart.
Well,
you feel like you would need to apply like a splitting force to it if you wanted to do that.
Sigvaldi, look up that giant hammer and axe or whatever.
And he comes with both.
Oh yeah, I guess I'll help as we just cut to Sigvaldi bashing the sides of the dragon. Fuck you, dragon!
He's just been hacking at it with the axe.
It's like the fucking Street Fighter beat up a car thing.
he's just shooting off pieces with the axe and hammering them away from the body with the hammer.
Sigvaldi, what are you doing? We have to destroy
Dismantling the
the
dragon.
I haven't raged in so long.
We've got to destroy
But
the
you
crystals.
don't know what it's like if you don't rage every 24 hours.
Oh my!
I need my rage juices to get all pent up.
Your rage gland starts hurting.
Okay, well,
Swell up like a bullfrog if you take too long.
while Sigvaldi goes up to destroy that crystal, I go down to the middle neck joint. What do I say? The middle thing, the one where I know another crystal is.
Well, you know it's another panel. We don't know if it's crystal.
Yeah, I know
behind it.
no, I saw a crystal further in.
Oh,
I-
and like I said, you couldn't get into it past
Yeah, I know I
into
can.
it through all the jumble of. But what you can see now that you're kind of maneuvering around, kind of sticking your head in, and you've made
No,
it.
I left and I'm letting Sigvaldi take the ear, and I'm going to where the middle panel is.
Oh, okay. So you find another panel. This one's kind of like a little, not kind of like a kind of like the size of a gas can of a gas panel on a car. When you
Okay.
open it up, you see you can kind of see in, and there's a large diamond in there, about the size of your fist.
Okay. I'm going to do something I want to do. I'm going to start where the panel is, and I'm going to try to start carving through the metal with my adamantine one of my adamantine short swords to make the opening bigger.
Okay. You start doing that. Sigvaldi, what are you doing?
I'm taking my axe to that crystal he wanted me to.
Alright. I'm going to head to the the panel where it looked like mend was used on it.
Okay.
I'm going to stand 60 feet away from it, and I'm going to cast Shatter right in the center on that board. So basically, like, non-magical items or things like that, they will take damage. So, does that actually damage like that panel enough to where it could be opened up or fall apart or something?
The panel kind of splits apart and breaks, but you don't. Actually, no, you. 14 damage. How much? Six plus 4 plus 4. Okay. Okay. So yeah, the panel falls apart. It seems like the men didn't make it that strong, and it reveals what on the inside. You actually see like two large tanks about as big as you are. One holding a kind of brown water, kind of looks like brackish water, and the other one holding kind of a sloshing. Looks kind of like it's like pure black sloshing, but it's sloshing around. You can actually see below it a small little heater that seems to keep it warm, keep it sloshing.
Okay. This is probably going to be... let's see, what's the distance I can do on this one? Distance is 60 feet? Okay. I'm at 60 feet away from it while aiming at the sploshy liquid. I'm going to cast the cantrip Ray of...
Okay.
in the hopes that the sudden coldness might cause some kind of violent reaction.
Okay. I'm gonna need you to make a reflex check.
Even at 60 feet away?
So let me make sure on the range.
What's what?
So give me a second. Let me make sure on the range. No, you're actually pretty much just outside of it. Okay. So as you cast Ray of Frost on it, and it collides with the heated metal and immediately quick freezes it, shattering it as the explosive tar explodes out of the canister, coating the rust liquid and shooting out. It just barely. It kind of lands right in front of you, not endangering you, but you kind of step back a little bit, like, oh, geez, that could have been bad.
You're right by the splash zone on the drop guard.
Yeah. Dude.
And the inside of that part of the dragon is all kinds of fucked up now.
We are succeeding in fucking this up.
Yeah, leave it to the magic man to do crazy things.
Man, fuck this dragon.
So, anything else in that area, or is it just like effed up beyond all belief?
Yeah, it's all kinds of fucked up.
And I'm not even gonna. I'm just out of curiosity, like a loose rock or something near me.
Yeah, you can pick up a rock.
Yeah, I'm gonna like toss it towards like the black stuff on the ground, see what happens to the rock, see if it like melts or breaks or something.
It flourishes into the flaming tar.
Oh, the tar is on fire. Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, never mind. Didn't hear that part. Well, I make a hand motion of wiping my hands. Nope, took care of that section. Let's see if I can help the others. So,
The question is, can you even get near it now from where you were?
Yeah, he can kind of move around and get near it. Sigvaldi, by now you've actually completely chopped up the large core crystal, and Parn, you've conveniently made a large hole around the secondary crystal.
I'm gonna look in. Do I see anything up or down?
You just see more wires and more tubes. Looking further down, you can see what looks like someone had explosive diarrhea further down the neck of the explosive flaming diarrhea further down
Yep.
the neck of the dragon.
I'm gonna assume that was Rhogar, and
Yeah, the combination of the rust liquid and the flames of tar is a very disgusting mixture. Makes you think of roadkill that's been on the ground in the sun for like a week.
All right, is the crystal in front of me still lit up? Does it still look like a crystal that it has juice in it?
None of the crystals that you've seen here are lit up.
if they were lit up, I would have told you I saw souls.
Yes,
I'm
the
gonna-
crystals light up. The crystals kind of glow when they have souls in them.
Well, I promised. It looks like we're doing a pretty good job, but any crystals we can see. And I I back my head out. I take the sword and I cut the crystal and as many pieces as I can, real quick.
Okay, you slice, you dice, and that crystal shreds.
1 trillion crystal coming up.
You know, just the way that we're describing this doesn't make me think that this is a crystal of a rock, but rather this is just more like someone put jello mold into all this.
All right, so I got a quick question. How thick is the neck?
I mean, is
Like
this dragon
diameter-wise?
thick, or is it thick with 2 C's?
Yeah. Now, how thick is the neck?
Imagine. Yeah, about maybe a 6-foot radius.
All right, Sigvaldi, are you done up there? I got an idea.
So 12 foot
Baldy kind of
diameter.
puts his head over. Hello.
Yeah, you start on this side, I'll start on this side, and let's go. Let's cut this neck in half and just cut this entire head off, and then we can leave. What do you think?
What if I just got outside and hacked it off?
I mean, it's gonna take a while. It's like 6 feet.
I have the adamantine battle axe. It's 6 feet, but I also have an axe. That's magic and adamantine.
Like Parn holds up his sword. Yeah, that was the idea. I would cut
Al-
around.
Also, doing it from outside, probably less likely that we're going to cause something to fall on us while we're inside.
Fair enough. And
Safety first.
Parn takes a quick look, makes sure he's destroyed everything he thinks he can, and then goes up to the edge. Sigvaldi's gonna like cut the entire neck off. I'm sure you heard that. I think we should all stand back here.
Oh,
Alright.
okay, dokie.
I follow.
Okay. Whenever I do have a specific plan for how I'm going to do this flex. Sigvaldi is actually going to cut a wide V out of the top of the neck to destabilize as much as possible. He's actually going to switch to the hammer and start bashing on the part of the neck that's furthest from the body on the other side of the V until it just snaps.
Okay. It takes you the better part of like maybe 15 minutes, but you eventually cut the neck in half. Snap it in half.
Okay. Parn's gonna cross his legs and close his eyes and go, Have we succeeded?
It's the easiest execution I've ever done. Don't look into that.
There's no response part.
Well, at least he was talkative before. Well, okay. All right. Well, I think we've done all we can. I don't know if
Yeah,
there's
without digging more of it up, I don't think we can do much. And to be honest, I'd be concerned about going further down the chest.
you know, what I'm thinking is we bury the rest of it. He agreed if we destroy the pool, which Albrecht's not gonna like that. If we destroy that, if we destroy the legs after we get there, destroy the dragon, which I hope we just did.
I do have one quick question, Flux. The eyes on this thing, how big are they, and what are they, and what like material are they?
They're about as big as about 4 feet in diameter, maybe about as big as Tarwin.
I was hoping for hubcaps. All right. Okay, I'm just gonna take the hammer to each one and just kind of shatter the eyes.
That horn, I assume that the horn bit there, I assume that's actually there on the dragon itself?
Those are ears. But they're like.
No, it looks like a unicorn horn thing.
Yeah, no, those are ears.
There's one right there,
okay, I
and
see it, okay.
One right there.
Alright, okay, for a sec I thought these things were the ears.
Yeah, they are. But then he's kind of got like
Antennas.
He's got like dragon horns.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, I see it now.
All right, when we cut the neck, it did Sigvaldi cut below the explosion. He cut below that. If I go and look in, do I see anything into the body? Do I see like anything, any crystals, any more wires, anything like
you
that?
see a lot more wires down there, but you don't see any more crystals.
Right. Is there a way into it from there now?
No, again, the wires kind of make the passage unpassable.
Okay. Well, I can't get in anymore. And
I mean, there's one way we could get in more.
I mean, the last time I cut these wires, it almost
At that, Sigvaldi jiggles a little vial from his pack.
What is that?
The oil of slipperiness.
Hey, you gonna lube your way into this thing?
It does grant total freedom of movement. I was going to save it for something cool, but if you really want to check for more of these crystals...
I personally think that we're fine.
Yeah, I think that your issue is that once you get down here, you're gonna deal with the fire
I would
tar.
normally agree with you, but the thing in my head specifically said destroy the core crystal. And while one in the brain does sound like a core crystal, that
There's
also
one in the chest, isn't there?
one in the heart would be my guess. I think.
Correct. We have to dig a bit more out of it then.
Yeah, I think we need to check before we leave.
Good pulse.
With the vague understanding of the sketch blueprints, would I be able to tell if there was something like that in the chest? Flux?
Not really. You know that the golems seem to each have an individual crystal. You know that the legs had a box that had no crystal inside of it, and then individual crystals, individual large crystals for each leg that connect to the box, and then a few smaller crystals down, all the way down, like until like about maybe 40, 50 feet down, but no like secondary large crystal.
Because here's what Parn's thinking right now. The brain crystal controlled the breath weapon and whatever the eyes did. That secondary crystal was like the legs, and then I think Parn's thinking there's a core crystal in the chest that controlled everything.
Would it potentially be possible, if we can't get into it, that when we get the giant spider to move, to just step on the chest part? And then we go on from there?
Yeah, Okay, yeah, let's get back up there.
Okay, before we do that, just a quick question. Like, the ear horn part, the part looks like a dragon horn. How big are those?
Too big for you.
They're about as big as two of you standing on each other's shoulders.
Okay, I'm gonna cut off a part that's only about a quarter of my height, so I can at least take a small souvenir from this thing.
From the top, from the bottom.
Part
Where are you
here.
cutting it?
Like,
Okay, so you're shimmying up onto the horn, and then cutting off the tree topper. Gotcha.
Can Parn see him doing this?
Yeah. So you've now got a part that's maybe about the size of a dagger.
Alright. At least take this with me, small souvenir, and I shimmy my way back down. Do you want me to do like an athletics check or something for that, or?
No.
Okay. All right, let's head back up.
Okay, you guys turn back from the dragon. We're gonna head back to the gondola. We have work done destroying the dragon, and that's where we're ending for today.
Right.
Yay.
Nice.
I really hope we destroyed the core crystal. Parn is actually actively worried that it was in the chest.